Ladies and gentlemen, keep going. I'm gonna talk over this. I don't care if you're tired. Keep going. Keep going.
Round the hands. Yeah, the whole.
Ladies and gentlemen, back by popular demand, the biggest podcast. Project Goblin has
Other legs as well.
Project Goblin has returned. Ladies and gentlemen, what you just heard was a spectacular flesh-slapping performance from our very own Nick G, my dear, my sweet co-host.
What's Gucci, bad boys and bougie bitches? I'm all pink and sweaty now.
Ladies and gentlemen, James McAvoy has been kind enough to let us use his pool house again.
Hello?
James McAvoy. James McAvoy has a touch of the consumption.
He's such a chameleon, you know. This guy just fades in and out of accents almost at whim. Almost like he's drunk all the time on this podcast, which is absolutely not true. I can assure you none of us are drunk.
Absolutely not.
It's the devil's juice. We don't fuck with that.
No.
We're on Team Jesus. We wanted to bring this episode back to something that we used to talk about. The reason that we started this whole stupid shit was that we were supposed to bitch about movies that we didn't like, and then it kind of derailed into us eating chili sauce and me, you know, nearly throwing up in James McAvoy's pool house, which is where we do it.
James McAvoy's decided to get his ritual fan.
Yeah, and he's fanning himself.
Yep.
I love that he's doing visual gags for an audio podcast. It's
Yeah.
fucking This is incredible. I'm so glad everyone can enjoy watching you do that.
Featuring James McAvoy ASMR.
Yeah.
We got a whole big jar of pickles and fish heads that we want him to start chewing on.
Oh man.
For all you freaks out there.
Oh, freaks and geeks, ladies and gentlemen. James McAvoy and I went to see a film, an Oscar-nominated film.
Mad invite.
The other day.
Continue.
You're probably eating like raw crab on a fucking beach somewhere, man. You're busy.
Don't criticize me for my business. I can eat raw fish meat anywhere. Anytime, any place.
Fucking Gollum. We went to watch a film by visionary director Guillermo del Toro called The Shape of Water. I can already see a vein throbbing in James McAvoy's head. He's very excited to talk about this. He wants to share his thoughts on the film and why he thinks it's been Oscar nominated and why it's really, really great.
Absolute piece of garbage.
Shrek, when did you get here?
Shrek, ladies and gentlemen, Shrek.
Mike Myers.
Shrek of Pixar fame is here. Is it Pixar? DreamWorks? Shrek of DreamWorks.
The internet meme fame.
The biggest director in the history of cinema is making a movie about my life. Very shagadelic, baby.
Oh my goodness, Austin Powers is here. I mean, we've just got such a cavalcade, such a plethora of characters to.
Oh boy.
You know what? I've just realized this is James McAvoy. He's doing that split shit where he just switches characters and it's fucking crazy, you know. But you know, James McAvoy does want to talk about this film. It's a piece of shit, in his words.
Now, I haven't seen the film, but I was very excited to see the film because I thought it looked cool. I like Guillermo del Toro. I like
I like his name. I think it sounds sexy. I think it's, you know.
I like fish people. I am a fish person.
You are a fish person.
One thing you need to know
smell
about
like a fish
There's
person.
one thing you need to know about me, Kevin. I'm very aquatic.
Ooh.
That's it.
Does that mean I can't drown you?
It'll make me stronger.
No, damn it. God damn it. Yeah, we went to watch this fucking movie, man, and I love Guillermo del Toro, so does Mr. McAvoy, and I hadn't watched a single trailer for it. I didn't know what was up, and we went into a cinema, and it was about 13 to 14 people there, spread out evenly, an even spread, if you will. And James McAvoy tends to be very vocal in public. He has a voice volume that he can't control. He does crazy shit all the time, but you get used to that, you know.
Part and parcel.
You can get used to crazy shit. In the words of Hunter S. Thompson, you know, you can get used to the image, the acid image of your dead grandmother crawling up your leg with a knife in her teeth. You know, after a while, that stuff becomes normal.
That's not normal.
Yeah.
Well.
So, well, I mean, it's not.
Hang on.
For a creature,
Boy,
Explain.
get your head checked.
for a creature of habit and on a long enough timeline, that does become normal. Trust me.
Oh, good.
But that film.
Well,
didn't-
that was fucking dark. So James, I'll set the scene and I'll let Mr. McAvoy start describing the film.
Oh, lovely.
But I want to set the scene.
Okay.
So we travelled to our local cinema.
Mm-hmm.
We scanned our ticket, as is the norm now, because we live in the future.
Okay.
And a young lady said, please show me your barcode. And Mr. McAvoy pulled his phone out, and this brightness was down, and it was too small, and we held up a line of about 6 people, while Mr. McAvoy sweatily tried to zoom in on the barcode, and it was just a fucking awful experience. And she scans it through, and she says, Cinema 8. And we moseyed on down, and we were excited, and we thought, wow, this is Guillermo del Toro, this is The Shape of Water.
I'd like to go back to the young woman, if I may.
Yeah, of course.
Did she have auburn hair?
No, blonde.
She had blonde hair.
Okay.
Yes.
Height?
Were you going somewhere with... okay, height...
I just want to know more. I want to get more of the picture.
5'6", let's say.
5'6".
Okay.
Okay.
That was
And?
it. I mean, the cans are all right. I mean, what do you want to say?
That's disgusting. I want to know more about the hair. Is that 5'6" with shoes, without shoes?
I mean,
Was she wearing
she
shoes?
had some kind of...
Did she have cloven hooves?
Dude, we just wanted to watch the film. If we had a perv, we would have gone somewhere else.
Mr. McAvoy was not trying to fuck this young lady. We wanted to...
Okay.
We were there as men of art and
Yeah,
culture.
well, I was really serious about this film. In fact, I should tell you what Kevin has told you. Even before that, I was so prepared for the film. I asked Kevin, wait for 5 minutes. I need to take a solid douche.
Yes. Oh, we were almost late for the film because Mr. McAvoy took a giant dump.
I had to take a massive dump.
The film is starting at 6:40. We had
clean
to,
my bowels.
We had to commute. We had to take a train and a tram
Exactly.
to get there, right?
Exactly.
Mr. McAvoy tells me at 6:15 when the session starts at 6:40, and we're on the other side of the city, the city that Mr. McAvoy lives in, which is of course Philadelphia.
Yes.
Go Eagles. We.
Go Eagles.
Second backup quarterback in history, man. Come on. Fuck.
But the pets don't look so good now.
Yeah. Shout out to Tom Brady. Mr.
You know his whole family kiss each other on the lips.
Is that
Like they're one of those families?
Is that made up? Cause
No, legit.
Because you're a lying fucking slippery fish person
How
sometimes.
dare you?
I'd love to be part of that family.
There's all these pictures like of him like mouth kissing his dad and his kid and his mum and.
See,
Can we please write that down?
I'd love to be part of that family and work up through all the mums and dads and even Tom Brady as long as I can reach Giselle Bundchen.
I would love to
Like that's the promised
Can you
land.
guys hear this? Like, oh wow, you can. Jesus Christ. Okay. Nobody move. for the rest of the podcast. Anyway.
Yes.
So, are we recording? By the way,
Ladies
and gentlemen, we're very professional.
I'm gonna slap you silly.
No, we're good. We're good.
We're good.
So, what the fuck? Yeah, he's taking a deuce.
Yeah.
So this guy at 6:15, he goes,
I need to
bro, I need to take a dump,
Okay.
and he fucking disappears for a good 10 minutes.
Was this at a train station? Was this was?
No, this was at the servo that we both work at.
Yes.
And,
lovely.
Yes.
He has like a side job. And so we were at the servo toilet, and I waited outside patiently like a good
The
wife,
dump
and-
turns into petrol.
Makes sense.
Yeah, no,
No,
everything.
that checks out. I've done that before.
Yeah, a lot of things he says make sense.
Yeah.
Some of them even.
Biogas.
Yeah.
Compost.
Yes.
That's what I'm fucking
So
talking
Mr.
about.
McAvoy dropped the deuce of the century, and basically ran, and we hastened, we ran
Wow.
to the train station, and we got on the train, and we got on the tram in Philadelphia,
As you do.
and we went to the cinema, and we got our tickets scanned by the young lady, and Mr. McAvoy was feeling great because
With blonde
he's
hair
emptied
that
his
was
bowels.
5'6". Yep.
He's emptied his bowels.
Light on his feet, which would have helped with the running.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. A light on his feet would help with the running. He had eaten cauliflower that day, I assume, and
Yes.
because this fucker's always eating it.
Okay.
A Scottish delicacy, I believe.
Cauliflower, yes.
Yeah, so
How do they say cauliflower in Scotland?
Cauliflower.
Makes sense. That check. That
It's weird that you didn't
checks,
say it like that before.
checks out. That checks out.
Fucking shit.
Cauliflower.
And yeah, and then we went into Cinema 8 and we found our seats, and they were good seats. I think they were good seats.
Yeah. We could
Yeah.
recline, decline, do whatever the fuck we want, but nothing would change
There's
what was about
there's
to
two
come.
whole buttons. There's two whole buttons that we can use in order to
Hold buttons? I'm not quite familiar with that apparatus. What's a hold button?
2 round buttons.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Oh, okay,
Up and
gotcha.
down.
So
Circular.
they're
round,
entire
round.
buttons. They're
Circular
not
in
just
nature,
portions
yes.
of button.
That's right.
Okay, good.
Just a fucking nice button, and you push it one way, and it goes. Put your legs up, and you can relax. And you can watch The Shape of Water by Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, yes.
And he's a fucking great guy, and he's got glasses, and he's great, and he speaks Spanish.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah, I speak Spanish.
Yeah. Can you demonstrate some Spanish? Can you demonstrate some Spanish?
Ore, patas.
No, sir, that's New Mexican.
That's the Mexican. That's the wrong dialect.
That's the wrong dialect.
Okay. So Sharoon and I took our seats, and we were excited. Did I say Sharoon? I meant James McAvoy. That's what I meant.
Oh, that's his go by.
I'm sorry,
Because
I had an aneurysm.
It's a pseudonym for Sharon Stone.
Yes. Sharon Stone.
How does
Yes.
he?
Yep.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
So you're James McAvoy, aka Sharon Stone.
AKA DMX. So we're sitting in the.
No, sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's amazing! You just disappeared into his character.
Yeah.
All his hair fell out and just regrew in the shape of a second.
It's because we've been working on the next sequel for Split.
Ah,
Mike Myers, oh my god.
We've been
I can't believe
Coming
he's here.
back.
I can't believe Ewan McGregor's here. Ewan McDonald, my favorite.
Ooh.
Donald.
We're in the cinema. Okay?
Yeah, actually,
Yes.
so you're in the
The
cinema,
cinema,
you got
getting
the
to the
buttons, you got
cinema.
the
And-
one
and-
lady.
yes, yes, yes.
You don't have any shit because you got rid of it all?
Yes.
So all right, so the titles pop up and it's the shape. It's a black background. It's teal and it says The Shape of Water. And it's a long tracking shot through underwater, right? And there's like this narrator and he says, "Oh, well, I could tell you about the princess or the." You know, like that thing where it's like, oh, I
Oh,
could...
they're trying to set it up.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they're like, right, and it's floating through.
And it's intriguing. It's like really
Yeah, and
intriguing.
I'm gonna
Beautifully shot.
I'm going to describe this opening shot, and then perhaps a little bit into the start, and I'm going to let Mr. McAvoy take over because
Yeah.
I think he's going to explode if he doesn't talk about this.
Yeah.
But the opening shot is a hallway leading into a small apartment, and in the 40s, but it's all submerged underwater, which is for artistic effect. It's not actually submerged underwater, and you see a young lady, and she's floating. And she's sleeping on a couch, but she's floating above the couch because everything's in water. And she sinks down, and then a clock goes off, and an alarm goes, and then she presses it, and now the water's gone.
I thought you were going to lead into Gucci Gang right there.
No,
After
no,
the
no.
alarm sound.
Gucci Gang was the credit song for this film, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's sort of like a little treat at the end. But
Yeah.
something to look forward to.
I'm pleased.
A treat,
And,
that I should have dropped in my deuce. But
She
anyway.
she wakes up, and here we see our protagonist, and she's a young lady, and she was like a young old lady. I don't know what age she was. It was weird.
Yeah.
She had like the body of a 25-year-old, but the face of like a gaunt 36. It was, I don't know.
Okay.
She's good. I guess she's good. I don't know her name.
She's a great actress. She's a great
she
actress.
is, yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
And
but,
we
yeah.
see her go through a morning routine. She gets ready. She draws a bath.
Oh, lovely. That's nice.
And she has a little egg. You know those egg timers?
Yeah, I mean, baths are nice, but I'm more of like a sponge on a stick kind of gal. So.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
And what a gal you are.
Yeah.
She.
Hefty.
Yeah, you're a hefty fucking lass. She draws this bath and she turns the egg timer and gets into the bath. And at first you think, well, this is very strange. Why would you time your bath? You know, because you know, because you're a fucking functioning adult. You can get out of the shower and go to work, right?
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Well, she sets the timer,
To jack
spreads
off
her legs out in the bath.
and starts masturbating.
Wow.
Yeah, the clit shit, bro. That's what she wanted to do.
It's amazing how this kind of lingo
James-
gets through to Scotland. I mean, you just...
James McAvoy, could you describe
The
the motions a little
clit
bit more?
shit,
Was it we talking clockwise or anti-clockwise? Or...
They don't show the... Well, they just show
It's
her
really,
ecstasy.
yeah, they just showed
Oh,
her
okay.
face.
Yeah.
She's mute, so she doesn't even orgasm. Like, it's just...
Yeah, and then you see it, she cleans her shoes, she gets
Yeah.
ready,
that's
and she
nice.
goes out to work.
It's like less pissing, more jerking at the end, you know? How you jerk your dick off when you finish your peeing. But she does that more and less peeing, which doesn't make sense at all. Like, nothing makes sense at all.
You're all class, Mr. McAvoy.
Yeah. Absolutely. Out of curiosity, what time does she set the egg timer to?
I wasn't paying enough attention
between
because I was
10 to
like,
15
this
minutes.
surely doesn't matter, this bit, but it did. And then she walks off and she gets on a bus.
As
she
most
goes-
people that masturbate in the bathtub do. They
Yes,
catch the
they
bus.
get on a bus and she goes to work. And where she works is this research facility.
Oh, that's nice.
A 40s research facility. She's a janitor there.
Oh, okay.
And her companion is, of course, Octavia Spencer.
Spencer, that's the one.
Cool.
Great actress.
Great actress again.
And wasted in this role playing sassy black janitor. And she's like, well, fuck. You know,
yeah, she was pretty much stereotyped.
You see, no, I'm just saying because she's a fucking great actress, and they've got her going like, "Whoa, well, my husband's here. I don't know what he's doing." Like, and it's that shit for the whole movie, right? And it's just this waste of her as a.
They literally stereotyped her again,
and she's like, like about 20 times.
Pretty much,
you know. And at this point, Mr. McAvoy and I are sitting there, and we're like, "Well, maybe this is gonna take a weird, creepy turn." Right?
Something is gonna happen. Something is gonna happen.
Mr. McAvoy, what happens next? Do you remember?
So I kept waiting. Right? Sure, beautiful, great long shots and everything. And don't get me wrong, the camera work is what you would call like the work of art because it leads to the next scene. It leads to the character. It leads to what is gonna happen next.
Oh, cool.
Sadly, I don't know what the fuck was happening next. Right?
Right.
And so, about 20 minutes in, I just dozed off.
This fucking son of a bitch. He fell asleep, right? And I didn't know, because I was watching this movie, and I was like waiting for like something interesting to happen, right? And about an hour, I'd say it was about an hour in, they just, oh, sorry, I'll tell you what's happening in the film. So, they bring in a tank, and it's got this fish man in it.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
And he's like,
and they're filling with salts and
yeah.
shit.
And so they've
Describe the fish man. Are we talking like Creature from the Black Lagoon or Abe from Hellboy?
Abe from Hellboy, a lot
Abe
closer
from
to
Hellboy,
that.
yeah.
Abe from Hellboy.
Very Hellboy,
Very,
costumes,
yeah.
color,
Hellboy.
everything.
But he doesn't talk. He's like, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he's in this fucking pool.
Did they have subtitles?
He's in this.
No,
Sorry.
no subtitles.
I
No
love
subtitles
your
for gagging,
subtitles.
you know, because when people give blowjobs, you don't have any words. You just relax and enjoy. The woman was enjoying first, the blowjob came later.
He was fishier.
Makes
I would
sense.
say that he's fishier than Abe.
Ooh,
Yeah.
He's fishier than Abe. He's scalier than Abe.
Okay.
And so Octavia Spencer and this lady. What was her fucking character's name? The main chick.
Mute bitch. Let's call her mute bitch.
We'll call her MB.
Okay.
So MB,
MB.
and Octavia Spencer see this fish man, and MB is very taken by the fish man. She's very
Okay.
curious about
Okay.
the fish man, and you know, so she starts to like tap at the tank, and she's like kind of waving at it, and they're kind of doing this communication. You see, Nick, the fish man doesn't speak English, neither does she. 'Cause she's mute, so they're connecting on that.
She doesn't
level.
speak shit, actually. Because she's mute bitch. By the way, her name is Sally Hawkins. The actress.
The actress's name is
And
Sally
she's,
Hawkins.
and she's great, and I don't want to take anything away.
Absolutely.
From her.
The actress is still great, but fuck the mute
very
bitch.
nice tits.
Who fucking comes in the water?
I'm
Like,
sorry.
who the fuck comes in the water? Like, imagine the sperm coming floating in the tub on the water.
You know, women don't come sperm out, right? Like,
I'm just saying, figure of speech, if a dude did it, right? Like, imagine that. Like, you can't even get out of it because it's floating there.
Yeah.
How do you invade it?
Yeah.
It's going to stick to your chest.
that's good for the skin.
There you go.
Yeah. So
That's what I tell people.
at this point, they're bonding,
Boss.
right? So there's about 20 minutes of bonding, where she gives him an egg. He likes eggs, I guess.
What kind of egg?
Like a hard-boiled egg.
Hard-boiled egg. What she was boiling before.
And he's like,
Yeah.
and he like eats the egg, and she's like, ooh, but she doesn't make that noise because she's mute. She's just
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
right like that.
Gotcha.
And
She claps,
and
she
I
gives great
and I
smiles.
and at this moment I'm sitting in the cinema and I hear a noise.
How would she have gotten the job interview if she was mute?
That's a very good question, you know, among the many other great questions that's going to
She's
follow.
not
No,
deaf. She
no,
just
no,
can't speak, right?
No thinking here, Nick.
Oh,
No
okay.
thinking here. She's not deaf. She's not
Okay,
deaf,
just
yeah.
mute.
Yeah. So at this point, I hear a noise,
Mhm.
and it sounds like this. And I was starting to. I'm like, is this the fish man? Is this a fish thing? And I realized that this noise was occurring when the fish man was not on screen. Michael Shannon's in this movie, by the way, and he's the
Great actor again.
He's a very mean guy who brought the fish man in, and he doesn't like the fish man. And he hits him with a stick, and he's very abusive. And
Yeah.
he works. He's a G man. He
Electrocutes
works for the
him.
government.
Much like my relationship with Kevin.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I have
He
to
doesn't-
I have to keep this slimy prick in line. Sometimes
Yeah.
you get to hit him with a stick.
You're gonna get
So-
a switch.
Yeah, you need a switch. So I'm hearing this, and I'm like, this can't be James McAvoy. This can't be. I've seen many films with this motherfucker, and he's never done this.
I-
I look to my right, and Mr. McAvoy is
Snoring.
he's sitting upright in his chair.
And
His
snoring.
legs are curled, much like some kind of French model.
Oh.
He's facing the screen. His eyes are closed, and he's snoring with his mouth open.
I'm sorry, I just had this image in my head of just James McAvoy, just like legs spread out in the chairs in front of him, just like arms just like to his side, head
That was the vibe.
head
Yeah.
like
That was the
thrown
vibe.
back
But,
and
but,
just
but he's a gentleman, so he kept it all,
Yeah,
inside the
low-key.
bounds of his
Okay.
seat.
You see, every time I go watch a movie, I sit like I'm in a Vanity Fair
Yeah.
photo
Yeah.
shop.
makes sense.
And you
Yeah.
look delicious.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So you were snoring, and so I nudged him with my elbow and I said, "Hey!" And he kind of jerked back to life, kind of like when Keanu Reeves wakes up in the Matrix, like, like that, like you know what I mean, like that. So he wakes up and he
Shook up.
and the look on his face was like, "Oh fuck, I'm still in this movie."
There was still another hour and a half.
He
maybe
was
two.
so upset that
Wow.
the movie had only just begun, and and I don't sit in movies going, I don't, when is this going to end? Because I like movies, and I'm sitting there like, when is this going to fucking
Wow.
right? And the film goes on, and I can see Mr. McAvoy. He's reaching boiling point. He's had enough, and I know something bad's going to happen, but I don't know what. Which is a common thing I have when I go out in public with Mr. McAvoy, this eccentric actor. So. The film goes on and on and on, and eventually we get to a point where Michael Shannon is going to kill the fish man
Okay.
and dissect it.
Oh, okay, so he's just come to that conclusion.
Yes, he's going to dissect it, and little Miss MB, she doesn't want that to happen, so she makes friends with a scientist who helps. She
A Russian scientist who has his own Russian propaganda.
She basically hatches a plan to get Fishman out and into a bathtub.
Okay. Not the same. I hope she cleaned that bathtub. It's
Oh,
not the
I'm
same
sure.
bathtub.
I'm sure she didn't.
Okay. None.
So
Well, at least it'll be all salt water.
Long story short, they get the fish man out, and they end up. They put him in the bathtub, and they put green salt in there because he needs green salt. And she's very happy, and she's like, "Oh my goodness, fish man is free. He's in my bathtub. This is the greatest thing that's happened in my life." But she doesn't say that because she's mute. But like, I have to assume that's what she was thinking.
Okay.
From her expressions.
Yes.
Because she's a great actress.
Excellent. And we're watching, and so she goes to work, and then one night in the film,
Oh boy.
Fishman is fishing around in the bathtub,
Just
and
fishing around.
he's just scaling around, and she walks in there in her little bathrobe, just to make sure there's enough salt in the water, and everything's okay with Fishman,
Oh boy.
and they look into each other's eyes, and he's got fish eyes, like they're black,
Oh, cool.
right? It's
Yeah.
right.
Like a shark's eye.
Yeah. And then he doesn't
Like a
blink.
doll's eyes.
Like a doll's eye.
Right? And
Three scrabs go into the water. Only two scrabs come out.
they look into each other's eyes, and it's moonlight coming through the window,
Oh.
and Fishman reaches out. His hands are webbed
As they would be.
because he's a fishman,
Yeah, he's a fish man.
and he kind of like tugs at her butt.
Oh.
He tugs at her collar, and she's like, and she like runs out and like slams the door, and she's leaning against like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that fishman tried. I mean,
Wow.
and you see on her face, she's like, well, I am mute, and I do masturbate with this timed egg, and I am about 30, presumably, and
Okay.
well, he's
And more importantly, he doesn't talk.
He's
Neither do I.
I know he's a fish man, but he's a very good-looking fish man. And she opens the door, closes it, locks it, because she lives with her father. Oh, she lives with her father, by the way. as
Oh,
well.
that's a bit weird.
And
Tell me more about the father. I want to know a bit more about that boy.
you know Step Brothers?
Yeah.
You know John C. Reilly's dad?
Yeah.
It's him.
I love that guy.
Yeah, he's great.
Is he like all old and decrepit? And
Yeah.
He's an old artist, but time's moving ahead, and they don't need artists anymore. And he's
Okay.
also gay. And he tries to like pick up like this young man in a pie shop, but the
Yeah.
pie man doesn't want he doesn't want to.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't want a slice of
Doesn't want the
John C.
whole-
Riley's dad's pie.
Oh, okay.
And
What
it's very on
about
the
his
nose.
dick? Does he want his dick?
They didn't show the dick.
It's very on the nose social
Now
commentary.
that you mentioned that it's that guy, I kind of got the vibe of like, you know, somewhere in the movie there has to be a scene where it's like from Step Brothers, where like John C. Reilly's dad's kid, maybe the mute girl, that she has to like. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but I'm doing like perfect sign language right now.
Oh, this is awesome. Our phones are going off.
Yeah, so this was the classic GobCast 30-minute mark.
That's 30 minutes in, and
just doing the whole. But Dad, what happens if, you know, my new stepmom, aka Fishman, is like, I've had enough of the old bull.
Yeah.
Now I want the young calf. And I've got a luscious mute bitch V of hair going from my chest pubes down to my ball throat.
Shout out to Step.
And then she grabs it. Then the fish boy grabs her wiener.
Oh, you have no idea where this is going.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh boy.
you got some idea. She walks back into the bathroom.
Drops the
She
bathrobe.
drops her silk bathrobe to the floor.
Oh, you shouldn't do that to.
Fishman stands up. At this point, he has no discernible dick.
Oh boy.
He stands up. She steps into the bathtub.
That's not hygienic.
She looks at the fishman and she caresses his torso for a bit and closes the shower curtains, and we cut away.
Okay.
We then cut to the next day at work, and we cut away to the next day at work, and Octavia Spencer and MB are walking there, pushing their little mop trays, and MB's very happy. She's giggling, you know.
And Octavia Spencer is doing her usual stereotype.
Yeah, she's like, I can't believe my husband. And then she like looks at him, and she looks at MB, and she's like, hey, like, what's going on, girl? Like, you know.
And she's like,
Really? And she's
Really?
like, you, and you can tell because Octavia Spencer is such an incredible actress, and I'm not even being sarcastic. She's like, she says with her face, "Oh, you fucked that fish man, didn't you?"
Oh, because they can just tell.
yeah.
They know, right?
And guess how? Because Kevin skipped that part. Guess how they fucked. So this mute bitch lives above a cinema, right? Never mind that we're watching the movie in a fucking cinema.
Yeah, because that was tripping me out for a second.
Right? So it's like fucking breaking the fourth wall, but indirectly.
Breaking the fourth fish dick.
Breaking the fourth fish stick, right?
Yeah.
And well, I mean, he's got like 3 more. You guys know about fish sticks, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
It's like lizard, right? You cut one, 2 more grow.
It's
Oh,
more like a
Jesus.
Hydra. So we got this that noise you hear, ladies and gentlemen.
We're just
we got,
popping champagne.
We're
in this
popping,
bitch.
Cheers, boys.
We're popping bottles.
Yes. To the GobCast, to the return of the GobCast.
Shout out to drinking bleach.
Oh, good lord, that's good piss. All right.
That's not bad.
Holy shit,
That's a
good.
good beer. That's a
Fuck.
very good beer. Thank you so much.
Shout out to Aldi. Fucking A.
Yeah, let's dump stuff on the table. That won't fucking show up loud on the mic at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Sorry, I was explaining. So
Yeah.
the sex, the way it happened, and it really fucking pissed me off because waste of water is something that I'm really touchy about.
Makes
But
sense.
never mind, it's a film, but I couldn't understand what the fuck she was trying to do, right?
Okay.
And until this point, we've already understood that this fish man, fish god, alien, whatever the fuck he is, right? He's so important. He's so fucking important, such a threat, such a great intelligent species, and yada. There's a Russian scientist pretending to be American, working in an American facility.
Goddamn commie.
Oh,
Goddamn commie, exactly.
fuck the red.
Shout out to Lenin.
Exactly. Shout out to Stalin. While we're at it, and fucking shout out to Kim Jong as well. While we're at it, actually, and all this is happening, right? So shit is building up. I'm thinking it'll lead somewhere. Right? And intense scenes have happened where this Russian dude goes back to the Russian the KGB.
Embassy. Oh, cool. KGB.
Yeah, KGB is involved in this, and KGB is like, oh, we got to compete with the Americans, because you know they can beat us in everything, can beat us in space age, and yada. And like there's quantity and there's like material fucking adding to the story. And all the Russian fucking, Petroshka, Multiroshka, and all that shit is fucking happening as well, right?
Flawless Russian pronunciation, by the way.
sound Russian to me.
Right? Fucking Das Vidanya and all that shit is happening, right?
That's a word.
Fucking das vidanya.
Exactly.
I've heard
Like-
that said almost 4 times.
Exactly,
Exactly.
Yeah,
like
man.
fucking borscht
Yeah,
soup
so-
all over,
Yes,
man.
bless you. Had a good day to you too.
Exactly. Fucking borscht soup everywhere, right? And I'm like, this is the shit. This is the real shit. Shit is about to hit the fan. Except I dropped mine like half an hour ago.
A little ironic that you tried to unload all this shit before walking into a big steaming pile of it.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
The reason why I told you about that backstory is because, and this is scientific, you can look it up, right? If you hold your shit for too long,
Professor McAvoy here.
if you hold your shit for too long,
start
it
having
makes you
shit ideas.
sleepy.
Really?
It makes you sleepy because
I
the
just get a
body
cue
is trying too hard, right, to hold it in.
Makes sense.
Exactly.
Checks out.
So it
Right.
uses your energy reserve?
Exactly. So it uses the energy reserve. You be putting out a lot of heat, right? And the mind, or well, the sleep, because I've been sleep deprived for so long, is that what I realized is that the body in general, and especially the head area, because 20% of the body heat is lost through the head, right? So the cooler the condition, the better it is to sleep. The faster it is to sleep,
Yeah, that checks out.
right?
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? This film is going to be like the artistic piece that I haven't seen in a long time. So I'm going to drop my fucking deuce.
Because you want it to be alert, awake.
Exactly.
And,
And it still made me fucking sleep.
Yeah.
that's a good point.
Right? But leave that aside. So all this is building up.
That's
and
literally
then
the most amazing thing I've ever heard.
How do they even
He should do TED Talks.
Yes.
You should do TED Talks. You should
And-
take fat shits and go out there on that
Yeah.
stage and fucking do TED Talks.
What you should do the exact same TED Talk for like 6 months, deliver it to all these different audiences, do
and
the same talk
and you can do the shit
while
TED Talk.
holding in your shit, and then
Yeah.
you do the same talk. Well, then you do
And
another
it's a
TED Talk.
multimedia experience.
Yeah.
We have to watch all the
And
different
then,
TED Talks.
then you do the same TED Talks, but without having to hold in a shit, and we can do a comparison. Or,
Exactly. Exactly. And
Shout out to Elon Musk.
shout out
Fuck
to
yeah.
Elon Musk indeed.
Yeah.
Who is busy thinking how to hold and shit.
Can we hire this guy for your shit division at Tesla?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes, I'm a professor of shit.
What the fuck is a proctologist, bro?
No colonoscopy for me. No.
No.
I like it all backed up and thick like sludge. It's like a fucking brick, bro.
He just walks into like a colon cleanse place and is just
I want
like,
to feel like I'm pushing out a chorizo that's been frozen.
Chorizo.
I want it coming out me like a fucking fireman's hose. Just unraveling.
Why would you clean it? Shit is wonderful. It's part of life. Where were we at the movie at this point?
Oh yeah, so,
so
the sex
KGB.
scene, right? So
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
the mute bitch.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt you,
No,
but
go
this
ahead,
was
go
the whole thing, was that as she steps into the thing and closes the shower curtain, in a silent cinema, Mr. McAvoy goes, "What the fuck?"
Because I was like, is that what this has led up to? You want to fuck a fish, man? After 1.5 hours in?
But that's not how it works. Because the way fish produce is they
Oh, you just
they lay,
wait. There's
they
an
lay the
explanation.
eggs and then they have to like jerk off on the eggs.
There's an explanation. She gestures with her hands that,
Yeah.
that there's some kind of slit that opens in, and then like a dick comes out of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was clearly a big one. She was very happy the next day. She was having a lot of fun.
Hands were the ones that were making the punani here.
Yeah.
Is that India? Isn't that a city?
I think it's a Scottish city.
Yeah.
Nah, Sean Penn is a city.
Sean Penn's a city. Cool.
Oh no,
Cool,
wait,
that's the dumbest shit anyone's ever said. Wonderful. How do we go? Where do we go from there?
No, it's not dumb. Sean Penn isn't Sean Penn in Vietnam? Oh no, that's Phnom Penh. My bad.
You need
My bad, that's Phnom Penh.
Are you trying to say Phnom Penh?
Yeah, Phnom Penh. That's the one.
Mr. McAvoy is not very travelled, ladies and gentlemen. To all our Vietnamese viewers, I apologise. I don't know, he's a bag of shit. What do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, we got no excuses for that
We
point.
got no...
Yeah.
Sean Penn. Sean Penn is the
Sure,
capital
yeah.
of
It's
Vietnam.
the capital of Vietnam. Cool.
Yeah, that's the one. Oh, Cambodia.
You are a fool.
You're a fool in man's clothes. Good boy.
Alrighty.
Alright, so we're talking big fish dicks and
Yeah, so-
fucking slits and shit.
In order for them to properly have sex, because the fishman is standing and she's
Uh-huh.
standing, but the fishman cannot stand without the fucking water, right? Because he has to
can be
suck
out
the
of water
oxygen
for
out
a
of the
little
water.
while, but he can't. He has
He's
to go back to the
he's a
water.
fucking
Much like a fish.
Yeah,
Checks out.
Yeah.
like he's a fucking god. Apparently, he can heal shit. He can do everything.
Really?
He can breathe. Yeah.
Yeah.
He can bring people back to life, and he can give. He can give a woman fucking gills, but he can't fucking stand in oxygen.
There's also one scene where he escapes from the bathtub, finds the cat, and eats its head.
Yeah.
What?
He just like eats this cat, and they're like, "Oh no!"
Ah.
Oh, but he's a sexy fish man, so we'll keep him.
Right, and he eats the cat, but then there are like 10 more cats coming out. So that scene was pointless.
Makes sense. Okay.
Right? Like I don't even know why the fuck that scene was there in, right? But anyway, leave that aside. So to have the sex, to facilitate the sex, the copulation, if I may.
Yeah. That's a word.
That is a word. Like Nom Pen and Sean Penn.
Yeah. Good lord. Okay, here we go. Alright. Okay, we're going.
Right?
All right.
So she fucking opens the tap.
Okay.
Right, with like fucking free flowing water and the tub and all the taps that are there, closes the bathroom.
Her idea is to flood the bath, like fill the entire bathroom
with
up
water, like up until the head.
Yeah.
To be fair though, like we've done equally weird shit for some strange though.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done desperate things, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if we filled a room up with fucking water before.
Yeah, who'd do that?
Exactly. Like,
Was that time you trying to fuck that fish girl?
I mean, seriously, if all you want is gagging orders.
Well, no, it wasn't so much a fish girl as it was a. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing.
Anyway, please continue the plot of this magnificent piece of art.
Magnificent piece of shit is what it was.
Magnificent piece of shit was what you dropped before we watched the film.
Then all the fucking the love making happens.
I
and
just,
of course,
just wanted to quickly interject there, James McAvoy.
Yeah.
When you took that shit, and did you look at it and was it the shape of water?
that is a great question. Wait, the one that I dropped before the movie? You mean?
Yes. Did it have the shape of water to it?
You know the thing is though, my idea usually is you
It looked
drop
like a chorizo with chili flakes in it.
exactly. My idea usually is as long as I drop all the boys to the pool and all of them have the deep diving, I'm fine. Anything is left out, then
Can
I
you
gotta
not call your
escape.
shit boys? That is weird as
Yeah.
fuck. Oh, my little boys.
Well,
I'm
Go forth, my children of the bow.
I can't procreate, but I can take shits.
He multiplies like an orc while eating spores. Oh boy.
Can I summarize the rest of this film?
yes, please.
Long story short, Michael Shannon finds out that she kidnapped the fish man, and they get to the docks where he's going to jump away and swim back to wherever he came from. And Michael Shannon shows up and shoots them both, but Fishman can heal, so he heals, and then he takes her and he jumps into the water and they kiss and
She comes back to life.
She comes back to life,
And he gives her gills, by the way.
He gives her gills as well. I'm not making this up. This is really a thing that happened.
Yeah. So you could do all this, but he couldn't fucking stay out of water.
Yeah.
Fucking put Aquaman in shame.
And then it ends, and the film ends, and the shape of water pops up on screen again, and it's silence, dead silence in the cinema. Very emotional moment, and Mr. McAvoy says, "What the fuck was that shit?" And then cackles just like you hear him laughing now.
I actually laughed really loud because I saw this couple where this dude just woke up from sleep and the woman was like, "Oh, poor honey," kissing him. Like, yeah, man, I understand.
See, I just love thinking about this because I was thinking about like watching it with my missus because we both saw the trailer and we were just like, "Oh, that looks cool."
She'll love it.
She likes the romance stuff. I like fish monsters.
It's a very romantic film.
Perfect.
She'll love it.
And then I keep thinking of just like if I was in the cinemas with James McAvoy, watching that with my girlfriend, I don't know, like I'd be sleeping on the floor that night because I'd be laughing so hard. Like,
oh, I was laughing too. I mean,
she'd just be hitting me just like, "Oh, honey, this is just, it's so romantic, it's so sweet." Like she wants to be with the fish boy, and the fish boy is a fish boy. And,
I can't believe they fucked. It's amazing.
yeah. And I'm like, well,
And the other thing is,
it begs a question. Some women will go fuck a fish, but they don't like it up the butt.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Selfish ladies.
Selfish.
I fucking hate you. Can we end this? Oh, we're back, bitches. There's gonna be more of this shit coming.
Back on my bullshit.
And the other thing is, though, I have nothing. I mean, not that I watch many romantic films, sure, But fuck, man. I mean, Titanic was fine. I know you hate
No.
it. I know you hate it, but okay.
Shout out to episode 2.
Yeah.
Exactly. Shout out to episode 2. You thought Titanic was bad.
Electric.
You thought Titanic was bad. Watch this piece of shit.
Yeah, but I'd like it. I immediately like it better than Titanic because there's fish monsters in it.
Well, there's only one.
There's only one.
There's a fish
He's
monster.
not even shifting.
There's a fish monster in it.
He's not a fish monster, man.
That fish monster's getting more pussy than me, fellas, and I don't know how I feel about that.
I feel great about that.
Thinking about getting some gills, so...
I can't wait. We're going to see it on the news.
Local fool.
Elongated black man found drowned in his bathroom after ceiling.
Hey, by the way, ladies, elongated is right.
Yes.
This boy's neck is like a foot. It's fucking weird.
Absolutely.
Not true.
He looks like a fucking twiggy alien.
Something else is a foot. If you my foot.
He rings.
it's
He
his
rings
foot.
doorbells with the muscle between his legs.
Yeah, his pancreas.
Pancreas.
Ladies and gentlemen, we wanted to talk to you about this film. We wanted to warn you before you walk in, so you know what you're expecting. If you're into fish fucking, I can assure you you're gonna love it. It's fucking great if you're into that shit.
If you're not into that shit, then watch Shape of My Dick. Because that would be 10 times more interesting. That's right. Out in cinemas, the biggest summer blockbuster. Shape of My Dick.
Stop saying shape of my dick.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's a good time as any to wrap this up.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. We're back.
Oh god.
We're
Shout
gonna put
out to GobCast. Shout out to the shape of his room.
Oh my god. Oh.
Shout out to Guillermo del Toro.
I hope you enjoyed it. We're gonna make some more of this shit. I'm sorry we've been away for so long, but I don't know.
We had better shit to do.
We had better shit to do. I was depressed. You know, shit happens.
My dick has been wanted for mass murder, war crimes. It is the biggest summer blockbuster. Watch it now. It would be nominated for Oscar.
How did you go from Austin? How did you go from Mike Myers to Arnold Schwarzenegger? When the fuck did Christoph Waltz get here?
Alright, bye guys. Fuck you. Bye.
Boy.